We're just learning that Keir Starmer, the UK Prime Minister, has appointed Heidi Alexander as his new Transport Secretary. So Heidi Alexander becoming the new Secretary of State for Transport. She's, of course, replacing Louise Hay, who resigned today after a story broken by our very own Rob Powell about a guilty plea on a conviction that she had previously relating to mobile phones. I just want to bring in our political editor, Beth Rigby. So we were expecting this, weren't we? But Heidi Alexander, the name that's new.
Yeah, Heidi Alexander appointed. She did serve in the shadow cabinet under Jeremy Corbyn. She is now the new Transport Secretary, and it comes following, obviously, after Louise Powell and Alexandra Rogers' great story that she had pleaded guilty relating to a phone and being convicted before she became an MP. This happened in her late 20s, but she did have a conviction. Rob Powell and Alexandra Rogers reported this last night on Sky News, and she subsequently has resigned. Number 10 moved very quickly once this conviction had come to light, and there was an exchange of letters this morning where she said that she had made a mistake and she didn't want to distract from government. Keir Starmer with a cursory reply thanking her for her work as Transport Secretary. But this is not the end of the story, Sophie, because yes, they moved quickly regarding Louise Hay. Heidi Alexander is now in the chair as Transport Secretary. But Louise Hay also did say in her statement last night that the government was aware of this previous conviction. I should stress it happened before she became an MP, and actually it happened over 10 years ago. So I'm not sure there's now a record. I think I'm not clear on that, whether it was an actual record still of it. And so there are questions about if Keir Starmer knew about this, why did he appoint Louise Hay in the first place? She had made this clear that this had happened, so it wasn't a secret, it was known. And that certainly is what the Conservative Party is asking today, and I think we haven't yet heard from the Prime Minister beyond these two letters, but I think what we saw last night was when that story broke, and it was on the front pages of a number of newspapers, the writing was on the wall that probably Louise Hay would have to go. Some people think it's unfair. They say, you know, she says she made a mistake. It happened in her early 20s or late 20s before she became an MP, but clearly the government trying to get back on track after what I would say is a bumpy few weeks, do not want the distraction. So Louise Hay is gone, Heidi Alexander in as Transport Secretary.